Mazda's Gasoline Skyactiv engines are among the most bulletproof on the road. So how did their 2.2-liter diesel develop a reputation for destroying itself with almost no warning? At around 85,000 miles, a chain spinning at 5 times the crankshaft speed snaps, and the engine seizes in seconds. The failure isn't random. It's the final stage of a cascade that begins the moment the engine leaves the factory. When Mazda unveiled the 2.2-liter Skyactiv-D diesel engine in 2012, the announcement landed with the weight of a major milestone. The new CX-5 was the first model to carry it, soon joined by the Mazda 6 and Mazda 3 in key global markets. Headlines praised Mazda's decision to meet strict Euro 6 emission standards without relying on a urea-based SCR system or a lean NOx trap, an achievement that set the engine apart from rivals. Early reviews echoed this optimism. Car Magazine in the UK highlighted the diesel's broad torque band and quiet operation, noting that it delivered the punch of a much larger V8 while returning impressive fuel economy numbers. Mazda's own press releases boasted of a 14-to-1 compression ratio, the lowest ever for a mass-produced diesel, and promised a driving experience free from the usual diesel compromises. The twin-turbo setup and advanced injection timing were described as breakthroughs, allowing the engine to deliver both power and efficiency. For buyers and the automotive press, this was a diesel that seemed to have it all: clean emissions, strong performance, and the backing of a brand with a reputation for building dependable, long-lived engines. Expectations ran high, not just for efficiency, but for the kind of reliability that had become synonymous with Mazda's Gasoline Skyactiv lineup. In the minds of many, this engine was set to continue that legacy. Mazda's decision to use a 14-to-1 compression ratio in the Skyactiv-D 2.2 set it apart from nearly every other diesel on the market. Lowering compression helped the engine run cooler and kept nitrogen oxide emissions in check, making it possible to meet Euro 6 standards without a urea-based selective catalytic reduction system. But this approach came with consequences that would quietly shape the engine's future. With less heat and pressure inside each cylinder, combustion became more sensitive to small changes in temperature or fuel quality. The engine's margin for error narrowed, especially during cold starts or low-speed driving. To keep emissions down, Mazda engineered the exhaust gas recirculation system, known as EGR, to run almost constantly. This meant hot exhaust gases, loaded with soot and unburned hydrocarbons, were always being cycled back into the intake. Over time, these recirculated gases started to lay down a film of carbon inside the intake manifold and on the valve seats. Unlike port-injected gasoline engines that get a natural cleaning effect from fuel washing over the valves, the diesel's direct injection system left those surfaces exposed. The absence of a selective catalytic reduction system made continuous EGR a necessity, but it also guaranteed that carbon buildup would be an ever-present risk. In effect, the very features that allowed the engine to pass emissions tests without chemical after treatment also planted the seeds for the carbon problems that would follow. Inside the intake manifold of Mazda's 2.2 diesel, a hard, tar-like layer begins to form long before most drivers notice anything wrong. This is not the loose soot you might expect from an older diesel. Instead, it is a dense, glassy deposit, about 65% pure carbon, mixed with oxidized hydrocarbons and traces of sulfuric acid. These layers cling tightly to the metal, building up around the intake runners, EGR valve, and valve seats. Over time, the airflow narrows, creating turbulence and resistance that the engine control unit cannot correct away. Endoscopic inspections from independent garages show intake passages so choked that light barely passes through. The surface feels brittle to the touch, almost like ceramic. This carbon coating is a direct result of Mazda's high EGR rates and the absence of fuel washing over the intake valves. Unlike the brand's Gasoline Skyactiv engines, which keep their intake tracks clean thanks to port injection, the diesel's direct injection leaves the valves exposed, allowing carbon to bake on with every drive. As the deposits thicken, they do not just block air, they also create pressure pulsations that push vaporized fuel and oil mist deeper into the crankcase. What starts as a thin film soon grows into a barrier, setting the stage for the chemical contamination that follows. Buried inside the cylinder head of Mazda's 2.2 diesel lies a detail that rarely draws attention. A thin copper alloy washer pressed between each injector and the aluminum casting above the combustion chamber. This small component is charged with a critical job, keeping high-pressure diesel and combustion gases from leaking past the injector and into the engine oil. Over time, especially in cars used for frequent short trips, this copper seal faces a punishing cycle of rapid heating and cooling. It never quite reaches the temperature needed to expand and maintain a perfect seal. The result is microabrasion and eventually a gap that lets atomized diesel slip straight into the crankcase. Oil analysis from independent garages reveals what happens next. Even a modest leak can push fuel dilution in the oil past 3% by volume, a threshold where viscosity drops sharply and the oil's protective film collapses. The chemistry changes. Lubricating oil becomes a thin, fuel-laden emulsion, unable to shield the pump chain, bearings, or cam lobes from direct metal-to-metal contact. FTIR scans show a spike in aromatic hydrocarbons and a surge in total acid number, clear signs that the oil is no longer fit for purpose. Materials scientists point to the copper washer as the weak link, vulnerable to creep and intergranular corrosion, especially when exposed to acidic diesel additives. Once breached, the seal sets off a chain reaction, chemical sabotage that quietly undermines the engine's mechanical defenses, with damage accumulating long before any warning light appears. The final act in the Mazda 2.2-liter diesel's chain reaction failure comes without warning. Deep inside the lower engine, the oil pump drive chain spins at 5 times the speed of the crankshaft, an engineering choice meant to keep oil circulating even at low revs. But as fuel dilution thins the oil and carbon grit accumulates, the chain's roller bearings begin to wear at a microscopic level. Each drive stretches the metal links a fraction more, tension drops, and the chain starts to slap against its guides. Around 85,000 miles is where most failures cluster, though some engines make it further and others much less. When the chain finally snaps or skips a tooth, the oil pump halts instantly. Oil pressure drops to 0 in a heartbeat. Main bearings, already starved, seize against the crankshaft. Pistons lock in place. The engine goes from running to dead tight in seconds. No warning, no gradual fade. Owner accounts describe the moment as surreal. A sudden dash of warning lights, a harsh mechanical clatter, then silence. For many, it happens just after a routine service or on a quiet motorway cruise. What began with a tiny copper washer ends here, in a catastrophic mechanical seizure that leaves little to salvage. Mazda's reputation for durability owes much to its Gasoline Skyactiv engines. The 2.0-liter and 2.5-liter Skyactiv-G units, found in everything from the Mazda 3 to the CX-5, have built a following for their simplicity and long-term dependability. Unlike the diesel, these engines use port injection alongside direct injection, which helps keep intake valves clean and reduces the risk of carbon buildup. Maintenance is straightforward: oil changes, spark plugs, and occasional valve adjustments. Major repairs are rare. In the 2025 J.D. Power Vehicle Dependability Study, Mazda's petrol Skyactiv lineup scored 90 out of 100, placing it well above the industry average. Owner surveys and independent workshops echo this verdict, with reports of engines running smoothly past 150,000 miles on original internals. The absence of complex after-treatment systems and the use of tried and true timing mechanisms mean fewer moving parts to fail. For many, these gasoline engines are the reason Mazda is still seen as a brand you can trust for the long haul. Owners who keep their Mazda 2.2 diesels running well past 100,000 miles almost always have one thing in common: a meticulous service record. Mazda's goodwill extension in Europe and the UK, covering up to 10 years or 120,000 miles, only applies to vehicles with documented oil changes every 5,000 miles and a carbon-clean service before 60,000 miles. Skipping even a single interval can void eligibility for major engine repairs under goodwill. Independent specialists recommend going even further. Replace all injector seals before 60,000 miles, Flush the oil strainer and stick to a strict 5,000-mile oil and filter change cycle. Technicians also advise regular walnut blast cleaning of the intake manifold and EGR valve to prevent carbon buildup from reaching critical levels. High-mileage success stories usually involve owners who proactively swapped out the original copper injector seals with upgraded versions and kept detailed receipts for every service. These steps aren't just best practice. They are the difference between a diesel that quietly racks up motorway miles and one that faces a catastrophic chain reaction failure. For anyone considering a used Mazda diesel, a full service history isn't just reassurance. It is the first line of defense against the chain reaction failures that have defined this engine's reputation. Today, Mazda's Gasoline Skyactiv engines stand among the most reliable on the road, while the 2.2-liter diesel engine remains a cautionary tale. For buyers and enthusiasts, the lesson is clear. Engineering choices echo far beyond the factory. In the end, reputation rides on every design, good or bad. Share your thoughts below.